still looked like a great idea to put the canoe in the water. So I got the canoe down off the top, which is a lot easier than it would seem. So just a matter of sliding it, and it's just as easy as that. But yeah, I started thinking the other day, I really haven't gotten the canoe out enough so far on the trip. I've lugged it all this way, and only 4 or 5 times so far, so I gotta keep looking out for nice places to put in, and if I catch a fish, I can eat for free for a night, really. Yeah, carrying it is as easy as finding the balance point and getting it on the shoulder. Getting it down is the hard part. It's not terribly heavy. It's an old fiberglass canoe. I don't think it would be more than 50 pounds, but it's awkward. But I still I'd rather carry it on my own than with someone else. It seems to just be easier. And not too hot of a day, sun coming down good, but a really cool breeze, so it was nice to be out there. So I grabbed the fishing rod and the tackle box to throw out a line while I'm out and see if I can maybe catch something. I'm not much of a fisherman. I don't know where they hang out or what lures to use for what fish, or even what different kinds of fish look like or what areas they're in. But I know that I pretty much like the taste of all of them, so it's worth looking around to find one. I should probably know the rules before I do such things and get a license, really, too. But a little bit of catch and release is fine. I know I said just a second ago I'd probably eat whatever I catch, but that's just between you and me here. Hope there aren't any conservation officers listening. There quite possibly could be. This is all for entertainment purposes only. GoPro is balanced precariously to get a little bit of footage. I should probably be more careful than that in the future and use some tape or maybe some Velcro, I don't know. But the old mounts that I had for the old camera just don't fit on the new one. Different models, different shape and size, so I made do on the trip here for it so far. Here I tried to turn the camera around to get a little shot of me paddling, but it didn't want to cooperate. I'm really pretty lucky that it just fell forward onto its face and didn't fall into the drink like my last one. I really need to be more careful with these things, but when you're careful, you don't get the good shot. Not that I got a good one here. So I found a calm little spot in a corner of the river where the current wasn't flowing. Nice shallow water, weedy, and figured I might find a fish there if I cast my line out and gave it a try. Don't really know what bait to use, what fish are in the river. I don't even know if it's freshwater or saltwater, since it's a river that goes right out into the ocean. It's probably a mix of the two. And I cast around for a bit over in this weedy spot, but didn't really get anything, and I had fought the current on the way there, so once I got tired of sitting in the weeds, I let the current push me back towards where I put in, and things started to get interesting once I was out there a little bit. First I lost a lure, wasn't sure if it was a fish that got onto it and broke my line, or if I caught onto a rock or something. I don't know. But then, so the line snapped, and I didn't feed it through the reel properly when I set it back up, so I cast line out again and got a good cast, and then something was biting, something was pulling it. The line was going out fast, so I started to reel it in, and nothing. The reel wasn't working because I didn't feed it through the reel properly. So, yeah, I started hauling it in by hand, hand over hand, pulling the line in, fighting this fish. I was right here by this little island where I found it. So I pulled it in by hand and got it right up to the side of the boat, and it snapped the line off at the lure and swam off with my second spinner lure of the day lost into the water. But just the excitement of seeing that fish on my line right there beside my boat. I need to get myself a net, really. If I had a net, I could have probably got the thing. But as it stands, it pulled out all that line and I couldn't reel it in properly, and it turned into a tangled mess. So I need to get more fishing line, because now the excitement's on. Just seeing that one beside my boat and almost getting it, it lit the spark again. But it was enough for one day, and time to put the canoe back up on top and hit the road.